Selamat siang buat teman-teman MG or MG fans yang sedang nonton di Jumat siang kali ini. Kita agak siangan hari ini sesinya karena mungkin kita mau ngobrol tentang salah satu destinasi yang cukup unik gitu ya buat teman-teman. Tapi di sini sebelum kita mungkin mulai sesinya, mungkin I wanna say hi to beberapa teman agent yang sudah say hi di sini. Ada Sulistio, ada Cynthia, ada Vivi. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the session bersama dengan Eight Spence yang kita bakal ngobrolin semuanya tentang Maldives di sini, which is interesting karena ini salah satu destinasi yang kayaknya kalau misalnya kita mikirin pantai laut biru kayak gitu-gitu, kayak kita mikirnya sekarang Bali, Lombok mungkin agak capek sama destinasi lokal. Kita sekarang keluar negeri dikit, agak nyerong dikit ke Maldives sekarang, dan kita coba ketahui untuk semua informasi tentang how to get there, ada apa aja sih di sana dan lain-lain gitu ya. Pastinya untuk sesi kali ini karena kita bersama teman-teman kita dari Maldives, we're gonna be conducting this session in English. Tapi buat teman-teman yang mungkin pengen bertanya menggunakan bahasa Indonesia atau itu bisa nanti Dimas terjemahkan untuk aku oper ke teman-teman It Can Spend nanti gitu ya. So I think without further ado, kita pengen ngobrol-ngobrol tentang Maldives sekarang gitu ya. Mungkin I will be introducing two of our friends from It Can Spend all the way from Maldives. Welcome to the show, Nasya and hi, welcome. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All the way from Maldives, both of you. Then that would be Nasya and Danushka, right?
Yeah.
Okay, correct. Right. Both of you, if you would like to introduce yourself, you have the stage right now. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Dimas. First of all, thanks a lot for giving us the opportunity to showcase what Maldives is. And it's a great pleasure to see you all and to do this presentation live. I am Danushka from Ace Travels. Ace Travels is the Maldivian office of Eight Spence, established back in 2005. So since then, we have been doing our business for almost more than 15 years now. We have grown strength to strength. There are a lot of GSA. We are the GSAs of a lot of leading airlines as well. And the DMC-wise Maldivian business, we have grown with a lot of hotels. We have very good partners. We handle more than 20,000, 30,000 passengers per year. So I'm Danushka, heading the Ace Travels DMC, and I have my colleague Nasya. She's a contracting manager, and she's looking after the entire MG portfolio as well. So she will take over the presentation from here onwards. And if there's any questions you have, you can obviously come up with your questions, and we are there to support you at any given time.
Awesome. We're in very good hands, apparently, from what you just explained. Hey, Spence, we've done this prior. We've done a live stream with you guys, actually talking about Sri Lanka. This time, we're going to be talking about Maldives. And you guys are straight live from Maldives, right? We can see right here, just from a tourism video of Maldives, you can see how exciting it is. It's just open spaces, islands, and blue water. Buat teman-teman di sini, kayaknya siapa sih nggak mimpi liburan ke Maldives gitu? It's a vacation goal for some, I know for sure. For our local travel agents here, definitely we're gonna be talking, I guess, information about Maldives. So go ahead and ask away, right? I think we can start our presentation here about the Maldives, right, Nasya? We can start out with I want to say some quick facts. About the Maldives right here. What can you tell us about?
Okay, so hello and a good afternoon to you all. Today we're going to be exploring the Maldives from a distance. Hope you enjoy the live with us. So Maldives is an island state of 1,190 islands spread out over 891 kilometers from the north to the south. Only 200 islands are inhabited islands, and this is spread across 26 beautiful and natural atolls. Interesting fact, 99% of the Maldives is all water and only 1% consists of land. The highest point of Maldives is just 2.4 meters, and it's in an unnamed location on an island called the Willingili Island in Adu Atoll. Um, can we move to the next slide?
Yes.
Yeah. The next one, please.
The next one. Okay. The Mali. Okay, we're jumping straight to the capital city.
Yeah, where we are actually.
Okay.
The greater Male consists of Male, Hulumale, and Vilingili. Male is actually just 7 minutes from the Male International Airport by ferry boat, but you can actually easily go to the airport by car now because
Okay.
Male, Hulumale, and the airport is connected through a bridge where movement is easier and much faster. Hulumala is actually has a lot of guest houses to where a lot of tourists visit, but mostly transit travelers. Um, we rarely we don't get much holiday bookings to Hulumala.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about Hulumale and Male, those are very much transit kind of hotels. Whenever
Okay.
you have late arrivals where the seaplanes are not available, or whenever a guest is very tired, he wants to stay one night in Male and next day wants to go to the resort. So you have accommodation in Male and Hulumale. But Male and Hulumale has very limited hotels. Obviously, Hulumale, the resort standards are very much into three-star kind of standard. But if you're in Male, obviously you have four-star kind of standards, and even there are some good hotels, kind of hotel chain. It's a Shangri-La hotel chain by Shangri-La. So that kind of accommodation we can provide in Mali. But all in the sense, 90%, 99% of the arrivals to Male and Hulumale are for transit purpose.
Okay. Okay. So I was curious. So I spoke about this with Nasha yesterday. So Male is kind of more like a hub, right? I'm guessing maybe for like business travelers. I could see here there's like a track field. There's a stadium, kind of like that. Is there anything to kind of like tourism spot here? I know you mentioned there's a lot of homes. You said guest houses, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of like resorts, kind of like that. But any activities going on there? I'm guessing there's like traditional markets or kind of like that, nightlife. Is there any in Mali?
Well, coming back to that, actually, nightlife is obviously you don't available in Male or Hulumale. In either
Okay.
places, you don't have a nightlife. And in terms of activities are concerned, yes, some of the water activities we can give like whale watching and snorkeling activities. The Male city tour, it's a walk-in city tour. It's very popular among most of the tourists. Within one and a
Okay.
half hours, you can walk around the entire Mali. You can see some key significant places of Mali, like the parliament and the old mosques,
Local
museum,
park.
so parks. So a lot of places you can visit. But overall, Mali city, as far as nightlife is concerned, you don't have anything.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But then, so as soon as you land in Mali International Airport, you could make your way to, let's say, like the docks to get on a seaplane or a ferry to go to like the adjacent islands, right, in the resorts, kind of like that.
Yeah,
It'd be easy for you to get around to the other islands from Mali, kind of like that. Cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about like ferry and seaplanes, kind of like that. I've never been on a seaplane. I'm excited. I'm excited. But can you tell us about how the means of transport that you can get around with here?
The transportation is concerned, Dimas, mainly in Maldives, you have three modes of transports. One is domestic flight, the other one is seaplane, the other one is speedboat. This is in terms of resorts are concerned. If you are going to a resort,
Yep.
obviously either seaplane, either domestic flight, or either speedboat. But if you are coming to Mali or Ulumale, obviously the taxis are also available. The
Yep.
ferries are also available. So that's a different one. But when it comes to seaplanes, no, sorry, I will start from speedboats because that is where the most of the tourists are
Yep.
transferring to speedboats. It's a 40-kilometer radius, but all the resorts are located where they have the availability of speedboats. So if you take a speedboat from Male, once you come out of the airport, our team will be paging you. We have a dedicated counter. We welcome the guest, and then we hand over the guest to the respective. Then we
Resorts, properties, kind of like that, right? Okay.
we hand over the guest to the respective resort counter. So from there onwards, they do the check-in, and then
Mhm.
we escort the guest to the respective speedboat. So the
Okay.
speedboat jetty is also in the airport itself. So we board the guest. So then and there, it's just a half an hour, maybe 35 minutes for 40 minutes transfer to the respective resort. So most of the resorts where you have speedboat facility are the resorts located very close to Malé city and also to the Malé airport.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, how busy does it get in the harbor where the speedboats are?
Come again, Dimas? I didn't get it.
How busy are the harbors busy usually? I want to get a like a picture of how busy it is. Do you have to like wait on like scheduled transport by speedboats, kind of like that, or is that like can you just go at any time to like those resorts?
No, well, it is like these speedboat transfers, seaplane transfers, domestic flights, all are shared. Those are
Okay.
shared transfers. Those are not private.
And it's
So
arranged according to the
uh,
international flight timing. So,
exactly.
Oh,
uh,
okay, okay.
So
yeah.
when you
So,
have three
yeah.
flights landing at the same time, or maybe just half an hour difference, they actually couple all those guests and provide one speedboat.
Okay, cool.
But then
Okay.
again, I don't think you will have to wait that long.
Yeah,
Maybe like you wouldn't have to wait hours. It's just
exactly.
maximum 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty convenient. Okay, all right, cool.
And also, Dimas, at the airport, you have facility to go and have a coffee. The Burger King was available. Burger King is available. The
Coffee club.
coffee club is available. So wherever you can go and have a coffee or a kind of a burger or a meal and stay there, the respective speedboat team or respective resort team will come and escort you to the speedboat.
Okay, okay, convenient. That's the keyword I can think of right now. Right. Okay, so what about the seaplanes, which is I'm very curious about.
Well, seaplane also, Dimas, now when it comes to the check-in process,
Hmm.
we welcome the guest, we take them to the respective resort, and from the resort itself, there is a seaplane area where we do the seaplane check-in. So when it comes to
Okay.
TMA, is the most of the seaplanes are owned by the TMA, Trans-Maldivian Airline.
Hmm.
Yeah, Trans-Maldivian Airline, and also Manta is also there. So both those check-in counters are at the airport. So you take your guest to that particular check-in counter. You check in the guest. So the luggages will be given. You will get a check-in card as well. So after that, they provide shuttle buses to the seaplane lounge. So the
Okay.
seaplane lounge is located just maybe 2 kilometers away from the main airport. You go to the lounge, you will be having a small waiting time there. There are dedicated lounges for certain resorts as well. So you can stay at the lounge. You can have some meal there as well. You have a small snack available in almost every lounge. So then from there onwards, they board your guest to the respective seaplane. So then you can take your seaplanes. So the seaplanes are actually available for a radius of close to 150 kilometers away from the Mali city. So
Okay.
resorts such as Conrad, Kura Valley, Kuredu. So those resorts where the resort is located a bit far from Male airport and Mali city will have the facility of seaplanes.
Capacities for these seaplanes, I'm guessing smaller groups of like maybe less than 10. That's convenient for a seaplane.
Uh,
Can that fit
I
within
think it's
seaplane? Or
about
about 12, maybe 12, 13.
12.
13
Yeah,
Okay.
to 15, between 13 and 15.
yeah.
Okay. So all right. That okay. And then so what's the difference between a seaplane and the domestic flight?
One very important thing, Dimas, in
Okay.
that one, now most of your guests are coming to Maldives where they have a 30 kilos of baggage allowance. But for
Okay.
seaplane,
That's
actually they offer a 20 kilos of baggage allowance and
uh
5 kilos of hand luggage allowance. That's what they offer. So when you
okay.
have personal luggages, there is a tendency that they allow another. I mean, you send your guest in one seaplane, but the other seaplane they send their luggages as well. And if the seaplane is
Okay.
not full, obviously you have there's
Space.
possibility for you to
Yeah.
pay that amount for additional kilograms and then take it. So that's
Okay.
a bit of an important point when it comes to seaplanes.
Okay. Usually, Danushka, I just carry a backpack, a traveler backpack, so I can't. But that's a good information to know. That at least with these seaplanes, it's still convenient for you to carry. Let's say I know like maybe like a guest would probably stay a minimum of like 1 week, so that means like that's a luggage right there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing for once you arrive at the airport, your team or any of the seaplane charter teams can help you with the pack with the luggages, kind of like that.
Correct.
The thing I'm curious about is what's the difference between a seaplane and domestic flight? I'm guessing a domestic flight. I can read here that it's for a set distance in the Maldives. Is it more kind of like a airplane transfer in the international airport?
Exactly, it is. We have quite a lot of domestic airports located in the
Mhm.
Maldives.
Okay.
So, domestic flight you are taking from Malé airport
Mhm.
itself, which will go to the domestic airport in another atoll. From there onwards, you get into a speedboat and you go to the resort. So,
Okay.
domestic flight is like you are connecting from flight to another flight.
Okay.
That is the difference. So, but
Okay.
you have domestic flights available around 6 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock, even at night. So, whenever you have late arrivals, if the resort is far from Male, you can take a domestic flight and go. Now, one point I wanted to make the seaplanes, Dimas. If you
Hmm.
are taking a seaplane, your international flight should land in the Maldives before 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
So your international flight should land before 3:30 p.m. because you don't have seaplanes in the evening. So if you are landing at 4 o'clock or maybe 4:30, it's always better to take a domestic flight if you want to go to the resort on the same day. If not, obviously you can stay in a city hotel in Male and next day you can take a seaplane or domestic flight and go to the respective resort. So
Yep.
seaplanes are not available on only available during daytime, but domestic flights you can take it at night.
Okay. Okay. Either way, I mean, it's very convenient, right? Any modes of transport for you to get to your resort from the airport. Definitely, it's pretty convenient. Like I said before, the keyword is convenient. Apparently, once you land in the Mali International Airport. Buat teman-teman di sini gitu ya, itu barusan gambaran uh, pas tamunya datang di apa Mali International Airport, nggak taunya gampang loh. Misalnya resortnya itu ada deket dari Male atau nggak jauh, nggak ada speedboat, ada seaplane, ada domestic flight juga gitu. Okay, moving on from the transport, I'm curious about I guess the properties that the Maldives has to offer, which is there's apparently a lot. There's a lot of them. Can you this? I guess this is an overview. Can you tell me about the types of properties?
Okay, so we have a total of 169 resorts in the Maldives. That's guest houses 827, which came
Mhm,
into, I think guest houses were introduced back in 2009.
mhm.
And um, actually, Hurumala has about 40 guest houses, and the most number of guest houses in a local island is 46, I believe. That's in Mafushi. And as for rest of the islands, there are some islands with just 1 to 2 guest houses, but guest houses, yeah, all around the Maldives. And liverboats, we have 151. Hotels, 13. Out of these 13, I think about 10 are in Male, in
Mhm.
Male City, and three more in few local islands.
Yeah. Okay. Out of all of these, the one that I'm most curious about, and hopefully we're going to talk about this in a bit, is the liveaboard, which is kalau buat teman-teman lokal kita kayak pinisi gitu, itu ada. And there are a couple like unique experiences with the resorts. Right, Nashia, we spoke about it yesterday. But we can move on with the resorts. The concept of resorts, is this what we're expecting in resorts? Like a whole island by themselves, kind of like that. Is that the type of properties that you can find in Maldives?
Yeah, most resorts occupy an entire island, so it kind of creates a rather unique experience.
Mhm.
From the restaurants, bars, spa, water sports, everything, and an in-house doctor. It's basically like a small country. You can do everything there. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to.
It it looks like it. I mean, just one whole island for the resort, right? That's a type. I guess that's what you can expect once you book a resort property in the Maldives, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And do you get a lot of these like like cabins jutting out over the dock, kind of like that,
Sorry, I
or are they
didn't get.
like are these resorts like do you see a lot of these like I guess floating cabins over the water, or are there like resorts where it's only on the island itself, kind of like that?
Land and water villas, you mean like
Yeah, what of
water?
yours? That's what I meant.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
almost all the hotels, not all the hotels, resorts in Maldives, but almost all has water villas. Yeah, there are some
Okay.
hotels with more water villas than beach villas.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right. Moving on to the next, the guest houses are you don't get a lot of chain guest houses, right, in the Maldives.
No.
Not many.
No.
Yeah, there
Okay.
are
Yeah.
few, about two, I think, but not that many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What can you tell us about these guest houses?
So the guest houses came into Maldives in the year 2000. Sorry,
Hmm.
2009. And these guest houses are a simpler and affordable way to experience the Maldives. Perfect for budget travelers, and you can experience a local island lifestyle in these small, uniquely designed guest houses.
Yeah. They're different, right? They're all sorts of guest houses types, kind of like that. I'm sure it caters to all. Is you're saying it's more for like the simple backpacker experience? These guest
Yes.
Exactly.
houses.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right.
And one more
Uh,
thing, Dimas,
yeah.
where we
Mhm.
need to address the guest very specifically. The alcoholic beverages are not available in any of these guest houses. It's because they are
Okay.
located in local islands. So if you
Hmm.
come to Malé, same applies actually in Malé, Ulumale, and also in other islands where you have guest houses in local islands where you have local community as well. So the alcoholic beverages are not available at all. But
Okay. Okay.
whoever wants
That's an interesting information. Okay.
So whoever wants to consume any alcoholic beverages, you can go to a liverboat. There are
Mhm.
liverboats located in almost every island, close to an island, but that will be, let's say, 500 meters of distance in the sea, where you can
Mhm.
take a boat and go there. You can have your alcoholic beverage, whatever you want, and then safely come back to the island itself. So this
Okay.
is only available.
So what you're saying is there's parties happening in the middle of the ocean, usually in the Maldives, is it?
Yeah, so you actually came up with the nightlife. If you want some kind of a nightlife, that is the place.
Okay. All
Unless
right. Okay.
you are staying in a resort.
Okay. The next type of property, which is I'm curious about, these are ferries. These are yachts, right? What can you tell us about these liveaboards, Nashia, Danushka?
Um, liveaboards cruise around the Maldives and are popular among divers and surfers mostly, I would say. There are specific dive and surf areas, points in locations in different areas of the Maldives. So
Mhm.
they cruise around on the safaris. Sometimes they also, yeah,
And adding on, Dimas, when it comes to liverboats, they have dive cruises, they have surf cruises, and also they have discovery cruises. So
Okay.
mainly they have an itinerary of 7 nights, 8 days, and there are some
Okay.
itineraries they have 10 nights, 11 nights as well. So they have actually fixed itineraries where they
Yep.
sail all around Maldives. They go to South Ari Atoll, they go to Ba Atoll, they come to North Mali Atoll. So there's a specific time given. Unless, of course, if you have a group and block in the entire boat to your particular group,
Hmm.
other than that, if you are sharing, they have a specific itinerary where
Yep.
you need to get on board on the day of the start of the cruise, and also you have to depart on the last day of the cruise. So there are mainly, as Nasha said, discovery, dive process, surf process, and also discovery process. Those are the main three concepts where we have. On board, you have a chef. On board, you have beverages, meals.
Everything started on the on the ships, right?
When it comes to dive cruises, they have dive equipments as well with them. They have dive masters with them. So all those are provided on board. So the only thing where we need to be very specific is that they have a particular timeline and they have a very particular item is set where we need to go according to that particular item.
Oh, okay, that's cool. There's a couple of questions here for you guys. Let's go back. Let's take a step back for a bit. There's a question here. Is it possible to just book for pickup transport only from airport to hotel and sightseeing only? Do you guys offer that expense?
Is it possible to book a transport
Yeah.
only from
The question is at the bottom here.
airport to hotel? In the sense, I believe this guest must be requesting a city hotel
Yeah,
or a hotel in Hulumale or Male city hotel. Yeah, this is possible, not a problem. You can take
it's
a
possible.
taxi,
Okay.
come to Male or Hulumale, and then we do arrangements of
Yep.
site tours arrangements we do.
And then concerning this liveaboards, since we're on the topic, I'm guessing you mentioned earlier there are three types of cruises, right? And there's a set minimum of days that you have to stay, like a minimum of like 5 days, I think. You mentioned Danushka, Asha, right?
Correct.
5 to 7, yeah.
Okay. Okay. The three types were diving cruises, there's surf cruises, and discovery cruises. So
Yeah.
the discovery one, what is that? Do you get to see like islands, kind of like that, or?
Yeah, discovery is mainly you are cruising, you are actually sailing from atoll to atoll, maybe island to island. You go to inhabited islands, you go to picnic islands. You have some time there. You have
Ah,
barbecue dinner in the evening and get on board. Very limited kind of diving or surf activity or water activities you will do. It's mainly you are sailing
okay.
in island to island, and you go to local islands. You mingle with those locals. You actually can do some beach cleaning or certain those kind of requests
Ah,
also there for us where you mingle with the locals. So that is basically that kind of itinerary where you are in Maldives mainly for the cruising, cruising in the sense
okay.
to discover the islands.
So I'm guessing that type of liveaboard is the most popular for families, for group bookings, kind of like that.
Well, that is
Would you say?
also one popular concept, Demas, but most
Mhm.
of the riverboats are actually for diving purpose. Where
Ah, okay.
maximum number is coming, the request is actually coming for diving.
Oke, oke. So, buat, teman-teman travel agent yang pengen diving itu, tamu-tamunya,
Yeah.
ini kayaknya konsepnya unik. This is a very, unique concept for them, right? And then you get to see hopefully you get to see all 200 of the islands, right? But, you get to spend a whole week at least, just going around, going to dive spots, kind of like that, so that's very interesting. Moving on from that, this is the most interesting one. The resorts, that has these underwater cottages, underwater villas, underwater restaurants, and all that. What can you tell us about this, Nasha? This is,
Um,
I'm curious about this.
so we have I think about how many? It's more than 15, I would say, underwater experiences here. The first one that opened in Maldives was the underwater spa in Huafempushi,
Okay.
I believe. And the second one, underwater bar in Myanmar, underwater
Hmm.
bedroom, Conrad and Pullman. I think I have been to, no, I don't think I have been to Conrad and seen the bedroom, underwater bedroom there, as well as the underwater restaurant.
Okay. All right.
A
So,
very, how do I say it, a very unique experience, beautiful, but yeah.
yeah,
You-
I think it's very unique because you don't get to see. I don't know. It might be peaceful for guests who are looking for that very interesting, peaceful, sleeping underwater, kind of like that. At least the Conrad in Maldives and the Pullman offers that. But then if you don't want to stay over, there's actually a number of restaurants that offer that. So I'm guessing at the Conrad you could dine in and then like watch the underwater creatures just floating away, kind of like that, right? While you're dining.
Yeah.
And this is for, I guess, for people who love the ocean. This You can look forward to something like this in the Maldives. Like
We
next to the,
have to go snorkeling or swimming.
yeah, definitely right there, right? And then another one is this. We do have bubble tents in Bali, but I think this is uh, this is interesting because I'm guessing when you stay in these are just two of the bubble tents in Maldives, right? You get a
Yeah.
whole island by yourself. It feels like you can get a whole island by yourself. Is that it?
Something like that. It's on a like very private area.
Hmm.
Like guests or resort staff will not be going, walking around this area of the island. So it's
Okay.
very private, just for you. And yeah, that's about it. But like it's like a bedroom, and
Hmm.
I think you can even cover it at night, like whenever you want
Oh,
as
you
a
can.
curtain thing. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was just thinking earlier before this. Doesn't it get hot in the middle of the day in that bubble? No, it doesn't, right? I'm guessing it doesn't.
It does, I think, but then it like the temperature
It's
is controlled somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing they would have like temperature control kind of like that. But then like
Yeah.
if,
Yeah.
if you're on the beach kind of like that, I don't think I'd be staying inside the bedroom. I'd be out there just laying in the sand and playing the water too. There's a few other questions here. Going back to the liveaboards, I think people were still curious. Um, for diving, for those who are looking for diving, would you need to have a license beforehand, or is there?
You should. You should have a valid license with you. You call it as paddy license, if I have not mistaken the name exactly. But if you are a first-time diver, obviously you can dive and obtain the certificate from here and then go on to other dives. So the
Okay,
basic dive, if you don't have a license, you can come here and do the basic dive and obtain the license and then go to other dives. But if you have a
okay.
valid license, you can straight away start from the extreme level or the intermediate level. It's not a problem.
Alright, bisa pokoknya yang penting punya license-nya ya untuk diving itu. But I'm guessing it's even if you don't have it and then you're on a liveaboard, you could snorkel. There are the liveaboards would definitely visit like snorkeling sites, kind of like that, right? So you don't
Correct.
okay. Uh, Another okay. We're on a roll on the liveaboards. What facilities? I think you mentioned earlier. For particular liveaboards, there would be personal chefs. But I'm guessing, are there rooms? Any like interesting facilities on the cruise ships that you know, Danushka?
Yeah, you have cabins
Yep.
in the liverboard. No, there are some liverboards where you can accommodate 16 to 17 people. There are some liverboards you can accommodate 25, 30 people as well. So you have
Hmm.
separate cabins, double rooms, like if you say a double room or a triple room, single room. So those kind of cabins are located in the liverboard.
Yeah. Nashia did mention, I think there's a minimum capacity of like 15 people on liveaboards, right? And there a maximum capacity. You mentioned Danushka, just now. Uh, the most people you can have in a liveaboard, it's like the biggest type, biggest chain, would be like around 30 people.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So definitely group bookings for the adventurous types, liveaboards. You can definitely look forward to that. Okay. The flights options that you can go uh, to go to Maldives. I can see from here. I think for teman-teman Indonesia di sini, AirAsia itu nggak taunya ada bisa terbang ke sana gitu. But what can you tell us about like all these flight options, Nasya, Tanushka, if you want to get to the Maldives, right?
Yeah, those are the flights available at the moment where you have a lot of connectivities like Aeroflot from Russia, Condor, Kuwait Airways. You have a flight. not a scheduled flight. All those are Qatar Airways frequent flying. You have close to three flow flights per day, and same as Emirates. Sri Lankan Airlines, you have four flights per day, three flights per day. Sri Lankan Airlines
Okay.
coming in and coming out. Indigo from India. So Vistara is newly added, and also with China started their arrivals. China Eastern was the latest to add here. And Arika Airlines is very likely, but not quite sure still from Israel. So that will be also in the portfolio very
Very soon.
in another few months' time. That should be in the portfolio. Fly Dubai was very newly added. Fly Dubai is actually going to Gang Island as well, where we have the second international airport in the Maldives. So that is flying to Gang, that is flying to Male. Same as Sri Lankan Airlines, you have one flight per week going to Gang Island.
Okay, but you definitely recommend getting on a flight as early as possible, right? You don't want to land late into the day because you want to maybe take a ferry to your resort, kind of like that. If you
Yeah,
guys,
so we
yeah,
always recommend. It's always better you arrive in the Maldives as early as possible. If you come to the
okay,
airport in the morning hours, it's very busy. Evening
Mhm.
hours, it's not busy at all. Where you have very less people arriving in the evening. So it's better to come early in the morning all the time. So because you have that
Okay.
particular day also to spend in the resort.
Buat teman-teman, nanti yang penasaran sama, listing mungkin flight-nya ini atau enggak informasi yang lain bisa, bertanya dengan teman-teman sales-nya MG buat presentasi ini ya nanti, di akhir acara. Okay, now we are moving on. Aiken Spence is our trusted partner too, and, we are gonna be, I guess, given a teaser of, the properties that you guys work with here. Could you just tell us about this, Nasha?
So this is a list of our key partners: Minor Hotels, Universal Villa Hotels, Crown and Champa, Marriott Hotels. We work very closely with all of these, especially the Marriott Hotels. Sheraton is actually one of our top selling properties in the Maldives. And Amaya Kudara, Hard Rock, Sai Lagoon, Sentara Hotels, Radisson, Amilla, Adaran, Malahini, and the Four Seasons.
Cool.
Um,
These
The
actually
Sheraton. Yeah.
key partners. So we have actually mentioned there are some of our key partners, but in terms of contracts are concerned, we have more than 90 plus contracts from all over Maldives. And going back to the previous slide, Dimas, if you take
Yep.
Adaran is actually belongs to our company, Eight Consequence Hotels Management. So there
Okay.
we have hotels from Adaran, Karnali, Adaran Prestige Vadu, Adaran Kudrafushi, Adaran Viduparu, and Herkansara. So
Yep.
all those hotels are belongs to our company.
Okay, we get to see that in a bit. But moving on, the contracts that you are offering your partners is Sheraton, which is I think our Indonesian travel agents are familiar with the Sheraton. What can you tell us about this particular Sheraton in the Maldives? Where is it located?
Sorry?
Where is it located? The Sheraton from?
Sheraton Falls is actually very near to the airport, just 10 to 15 minutes away from the airport. You can go by speedboat, and it has about
The resort is located in the North Malayaga, which is, as he said, 10 to 15 minutes, close to 150, close to 170 rooms in the end.
170 rooms.
Yeah, in the end.
Awesome.
This belongs to Marriott hotel chain.
Yep.
And
Uh,
they have
I could. Yep. Go ahead.
they have
Sorry.
water categories, they have beach categories. So a lot of activities you can do in the resort, and they are catering to a lot of demands as well. A lot of restaurants are available, starting from Chinese, Japanese restaurants. Sorry, not Japanese. I'm sorry. Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants, Arabic
Thai.
restaurants, Thai restaurants. So all those are available there in the hotel.
And this is very popular for families as well as honeymooners.
Yep. I could see on that right hand side of the island in the bigger picture here a lot of water sports going on. There's like smaller boats, jet skis, kind of like that, right? So I'm guessing there's a lot of activities for families.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and this is a long island. Yeah, from end to end, it
Yeah.
looks like there's a stretch of like forest, like greeneries, kind of like that. I'm guessing this is very comfortable, like you said. Definitely recommended for families, group bookings, and you get to see the different types of water villas. There's a very big one here on that group of five right there. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks, Sheraton, Marriott. Trust them. I trust them with giving like an experience. Uh, Definitely in the Maldives. And then the private pools, man. Man, you guys are making me want to go to Maldives. I'm really thinking about it now. I just got to sort out my passport. But moving on to the next properties, it's still Marriott. This is now the JW Marriott, which is well, I'll let you guys do the explaining. This is even more crazy.
This JW Marriott is actually a little bit far from the airport. You will have to take a seaplane.
Hmm.
And this hotel is new, as in opened in the year 2020, I believe, 2021.
Okay, so during the pandemic, is it? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, during the pandemic, obviously, when it comes to the pandemic, Maldives
Okay.
actually have done extremely well even during that period because you have this, as I told in one of our previous slide, this one
Hmm.
resort, one island concept has actually gone extremely well. So the Maldives was booming out
Yeah.
of the destinations around the world because whenever there was a COVID case, it's just a matter of isolating that particular island only, but there's no effect to any other part of the Maldives. So they have actually done extremely well even during that period. There were resorts opened up. So JW is also one of the resort opened up during that particular season.
Okay. I'm guessing JW Marriott is a little bit farther from Mali. You mentioned Nasha, right? How
yeah.
many rooms does this have? How many? Yeah.
JW cannot remember the exact, but
Mhm.
definitely more than 100 rooms they have.
Okay.
Close,
100.
yeah, something like that.
Okay. This definitely. I mean, everything I've seen so far looks exclusive, and like, yeah. Whenever
This
I
is a
try to,
luxury resort demands. Even
yeah,
JW, the name itself is very luxury all over the
yeah,
world.
I know.
They have some
Uh,
unique categories of available rooms as well, and very much kind of a silent and a very calm resort that is.
Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine just being on an island, on a resort, kind of like that in the Maldives. But wow. Okay, moving on. This is the one that you mentioned are closely working with Aiken Spence Adaran, right? This is a particular. How far away is this Huduran Fushi from Mali?
Is it
35
choosing?
minutes of a speedboat.
Hmm.
So not too far from Male. They have regular speedboats within the day as well. So if you need any night transfers, also it is possible. Even to Sheraton, I actually wanted to tell if you need any night, if there are any night transfers, that is possible to Sheraton as well. So most of the resorts located close by where you can have speedboat availability will provide night transfers too. So Adharam Fushi is one of the top selling in terms of surfing is concerned. They have exclusivity signed up with one of the surfing agent. So for
Hmm.
surfing, they one of the best in the Maldives, the entire Maldives. And they have ocean villas. If you see the right side top picture, those are the
Yeah.
ocean villas, the water category. And then you have garden villas, you have beach villas, you have family beach villas. So all those are located in this island, and it's
Okay.
a big
Oh,
island. Island has
yeah.
quite a lot of outlets as well. And the most important unique point of this island is this is a premium all inclusive resort. So in your tariff, when you book this hotel, you are booking it on premium all inclusive, where you are 24 hours. You can have anything you want from any of the outlets.
Okay. That stretch of water villas are on top of coral reefs, is it? If I'm not mistaken, it's not
No,
exactly
no.
a sandbar. Okay.
No, no, it is built on the water, but very shallow water, so that's why you can see that
Uh,
those corals highlighted in that area. But other than that, it is all water villas, and you can
okay.
actually get into the water. There is a ladder, you can get into the water.
Uh, Whenever I look up Maldives, Ada Aran does come up a lot on our system. What are the difference between that previous one and this uh, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this. Midu Paru.
Me too.
Okay.
In terms of basis is concerned, still the same. Premium all inclusive. Miduparu is also premium all inclusive. But the only difference is Miduparu is located very far. It is in the Ba Atoll, where you need to take a seaplane transfer. But
Okay.
Ra Atoll, where you need to take a seaplane transfer. But Hudrampushi, you can take a speedboat transfer. And
Okay.
Miduparu obviously is a 5 star, but Hudrampushi is a 4 star.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there's still a lot more that definitely, if I guess our travel agent friends want to look up at Aran, there's a lot more, right? This is just two of the from the chain, but everything is so interesting. I mean, like, yeah, like from the start, I think hopefully our session today like convinces uh, our travel agents, if any of their guests are like tired of Bali and Lombok kind of like that, Maldives is a convenient option, and just for that whole beach vacation sort kind of like that. Maybe before we end, sadly we are at the end of our session today, Asha and Danushka. But there is one question here that I kind of want to ask you guys, straight from our travel agents, kind of like that. When is the best time to visit Maldives?
Well, Maldives year round the weather is quite good, but you have monsoon rainy season in June and July only, as we have
Mhm.
shown in the slide 2 or slide 3, I think. But over and all, Maldives is you can travel at any given time. But November, obviously November, in November onwards till April is the peak season here, where
Mhm.
you have a lot of arrivals. A lot of hotels are running full. A lot of hotels are busy. But starting from May to October, the arrivals are less. You have availability in most of the hotels, but there are occasions that the hotels are getting full time to time. But
Mhm.
overall, you can travel at any given time to Maldives. And in terms, if you are specific about the rate, during the summer season where you are starting from May to October, your rates are relatively low, but from November onwards till April, your rates are relatively high in almost all the resorts.
Awesome. Awesome. And with that, I want to give away a free stay voucher for Mari Travel for asking this particular question, actually. You do get a free stay voucher from Aiken Spence to visit the Maldives. I think it's a free stay voucher to Marriott. So congrats to you, Mari Travel. I think you've been with us ever since the start of the session. So, but for those who are still looking forward to maybe win the free stay voucher, the MG Connect and MG Friends is offering another one uh, with a quiz that you can check out on our Instagram. There will be a question. There will be a question for you guys to answer and for a chance to win a free stay voucher at another resort. Make sure. I think we did mention about the trivia there. It concerns one of the location in the Maldives. But do check that out. You can definitely win a free stay voucher that we'll announce at the end of the week. With this, I think we are at the end of the session today. Thank you so much, Aiken Spence, Nasha, and Danushka. Maybe before we end the session, do you guys have anything else to say? Any parting words for our travel agents who are watching today? Do you guys want to say something?
And
Thank you very much for connecting us, Dimas. And it's been a real pleasure to showcase, as I said, to showcase Maldives. And we actually would like to see you all here in the Maldives. And if there's anything, you can always reach us at any given time. If you need any support, any information regarding resource, we are there to support you. So we
That
look
goes for
forward.
me too, right? Because I'll be asking you a lot of questions now. I'm looking forward to go to Maldives.
We look forward to see you soon.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nashi, and thank you very much, Nushka. Thank you guys for yeah. Thank you guys for watching the session. We'll see you on our next MG Connect. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.